Hi guys, it's David, August University here, and today we're going to talk about the Celsius network, everything that's been going on regarding what's happening. Now, obviously, if you guys are following what's happening with Celsius Network is uh, basically the number one lending platform when it comes to earning interest on your crypto. I liked what they were doing. I liked what Alex Machinsky was bringing to the table, but unfortunately, they went a little bit too far when it comes to certain types of investments and taking some risks with people's crypto. So unfortunately, with crypto falling and going down in the bear market, it's been affecting the whole business model. And there's a lot of FUD going around, a lot of negativity, and a lot of unanswered questions since Celsius Network started the pausing of withdrawals, which is very unfortunate. Now, personally, myself, I do have funds, pretty much almost all of my Ethereum in Celsius Network, which is my own doing. You know, Celsius is a company that I believed could be trusted. I still believe that your keys should be held in, for yourself. If it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. But Celsius was the exception I was making. But even a big corporation like Celsius can go down. So it's still early stages. We still don't really know what's happening, but I'm thinking positive. But I can say that it's looking pretty bad, and we need to get some answers. So I'm going to show you guys some articles on what's going on. So this article just came out tonight, and I'm not sure if it's FUD or is a real thing, but I did hear that Celsius Network was changing their legal team. So then shortly after this article came out, so crypto lender Celsius informed state regulators that it's filing for bankruptcy imminently, source says. So who knows who the source is? They said they want to remain private. But they did recently pay off a lot of their debts so that they can get their assets back um, under their control. So this is very interesting to me. Crypto company Celsius is in the process of filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The company's lawyers were notifying individual U.S. state regulators Wednesday evening, according to a source who asked not to be named because the proceedings were private. So, asked not to be named, so we don't know who this source is, if they're just spreading FUD or is it a real thing. Celsius made headlines a month ago after freezing customer accounts, blaming extreme market conditions, and joins a list of other high profile crypto bankruptcies. So, this is all unfortunate, guys. Lending platforms on your crypto is a big deal and was looked at a very high option when it comes to not having to sell your crypto, but being able to use that as leverage to take on some loans and pay off some debts and things like that. But that being said, this is a new model, and obviously it's coming down, crashing down on us as the whole market crashes, right? So, like I said, I do have some assets in here, so I've been following this along. And if you guys want to follow my journey, if you're a Celsian or you have some assets allocated in there, you want to follow my journey, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, August University here. Hit the like button as well. So, crypto company Celsius is in the process of filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, according to a source familiar with this um, discussions. The company's lawyers were notifying individual U.S. state regulators as of Wednesday evening, according to the source, who asked not to be named because the proceedings were private. Celsius plans to file the paperwork imminently, the person said. The Hoboken, New Jersey-based company made headlines a month ago after freezing customer accounts, blaming extreme market conditions. The news marks the high-profile crypto bankruptcy as prices plummet. So yeah, you can read the whole article here. In my opinion, Celsius hasn't said anything yet. So for me, it's just hearsay at this point. I'm still waiting to see what the real truth is. This was actually recent as of today as well. Celsius pays down crypto lender into uncharted territory. Repaid over 900 million in DeFi debt since withdrawal halt. Moves raise legal questions on who should be paid first. Obviously, the people that have their money on the platform are waiting to see what's next to get their money back. And this is really going to impact the whole industry. is going to impact all of these type of platforms, and it's definitely going to hurt Celsius because people aren't going to be able to trust Celsius. Unfortunately, there is going to be some Celsians that stay, but we just don't really know right now, and it's not looking good. All right, the paydowns have raised specter of legal debate on how in what order should distressed crypto companies pay back creditors, whether they're actual people or platforms governed by computer code referred to as smart contracts. Celsius has made the repayments in stablecoin to DeFi platforms Aave, Compound, Maker since it's halted customer withdrawals on June 12th, according to Bloomberg's tally based on blockchain data. Because loans from DeFi platforms are often required to be over collateralized, doing so would allow Celsius to reclaim the extra coins locked on the platform, thus securing more assets on a net basis. Like most things crypto, we are in uncharted territory in terms of who should ultimately get paid ahead of other parties, which is complicated by the smart contracts implicated and by the intertwined DeFi lending contractual relationships, said Thad Wilson, an Atlanta-based partner of financial restructuring at law firm King and Spalding. Celsius, one of the crypto lending companies suffering from soured bets in the current bear market, has been exploring options, including a restructuring of its liabilities. It hired a law firm of Kirkland and Ellis for advice. People familiar with the matter told Bloomberg the company, which at one point had more than 20 billion in user assets, hasn't disclosed its current assets and liabilities figures. So you can read this whole rest of this article, but it's very, very, very unfortunate. Celsius has a lot going for it when it comes to what it's trying to bring to the community. It was the best platform I've used personally for attaining interest on my crypto. The community itself, the Celsians, are very powerful. Alex Mashinsky has been on numerous speeches and talks throughout the community. So it's very unfortunate what's happening. Obviously, in a business, it can happen to anyone, but not your keys, not your crypto is a lesson that we're all facing right now if you're a Celsian. But that being said, I am still remaining positive, guys, that we can recover from this. If not, the assets are lost. It's another lesson for us to be learned. Someone I follow is Richard Hart. He says, "Not your keys, not your crypto." He's very strong on that, and he's the founder of Hex. I still have my Hex. I still have some ETH. So, like I said, the show must go on, but it is an unfortunate situation nonetheless. So, everybody stay strong if you're dealing with a situation like myself. And if you need any support, feel free to comment down below. We can chat about this and get through this. But until we actually get official news from Celsius, it's all speculation, guys. But if you follow the tweets, there's a lot of back and forth, a lot of complaining. 14 minutes ago, moments ago, Celsius Network filed, oh crap. Moments ago, Celsius Network filed voluntary petitions for Chapter 11 protection and announced that the company initiated a financial restructuring. Okay. So this is a pinned tweet on Celsius Network, guys. This is live right now, 14 minutes ago. Acting in the best interest of our stakeholders, including our entire customer community, it is our top priority. We look forward to sharing our progress as we go through the transparent process. Okay. So updated facts. Let's check this out, guys. Okay, Business Wire. So Celsius itself actually just released this. So this is a trustworthy article. Okay, Celsius Network initiates financial restructuring to stabilize business and maximize value for all stakeholders. Celsius Network, or the company, today announced that it initiated voluntary Chapter 11 proceedings to provide the company with the opportunity to stabilize its business and consummate a comprehensive restructuring transaction that maximizes values for all stakeholders. To implement the restructuring, the company and certain of its subsidiaries filed voluntary petitions for reorganization under Chapter 11 of the U.S. Bankruptcy Code in the United States Bankruptcy Court for the Southern District. Oh, crap. Members of the special committee on the board of directors said today's filing follows the difficult but necessary decision by Celsius last month to pause withdrawals, swaps, and transfers on its platform to stabilize its business, protect its customers. Without a pause, the acceleration of withdrawals would have allowed certain customers, those who were first to act, to be paid in while leaving others behind, to wait for Celsius to harvest value from liquid or longer-term asset development activities before they receive a recovery. This is the right decision for our community and company, Alex Mashinsky said. We have a strong and experienced team in place to lead Celsius through this process. I'm confident that when we look back at the history of Celsius, we will see that this is a defining moment. We're acting with resolve and confidence, serve the community, and strengthen the future of the company. Celsius to continue to operate. Celsius has $167 million in cash on hand, which will provide ample liquidity to support certain operations during the restructuring process. So it's restructuring, okay? So let's read this carefully. To ensure a smooth transition into Chapter 11, Celsius has filed with the court a series of customary motions to allow the company to continue to operate in the normal course. These first day motions include a request to pay employees and continue the benefits without disruption. Continue their benefits without disruption. So they're still a business and still running the business, for which the company expects to receive court approval. Celsius is not requesting authority to allow customer withdrawals at this time, which still sucks. Customer claims will be addressed through the Chapter 11 process. So does this mean that to get our funds back, we have to go through this whole court system, or what? What is this? If you're a lawyer, comment down below. New directors to provide additional leadership and expertise. David Bartz is the founder and chief executive officer of XL Capital, an index company, and DMB Holdings, a private family office. Mr. Bartz was formerly the CEO of Third Avenue Management for 25 years, a pioneer in fundamental, bottom-up, deep value, and distressed investing. Alan Carr is an investment professional with 25 years of experience building businesses, leading complex restructurings, and protecting and creating value for shareholders. Mr. Carr is a founder and managing member of Drivetrain LLC, a professional fiduciary services firm. Advisors, yada, yada, yada. Additional information about the restructuring process. Additional information about Chapter 11 filing, including core documents, can be found at stakeholders with questions may call the company's claims agent. Okay, I'm still questioning all this right now. Forward-looking statements. The statements contained herein may concern certain forward-looking statements relating to the company that are based on the beliefs of the company's management, as well as assumptions made by the information currently available to the company's management. These forward-looking statements are, by their nature, subject to significant risks and uncertainties. These forward-looking statements include, without limitation, statements relating to the company's business prospects, future developments, trends, and conditions in the industry, geological markets. Yeah. Okay, let's see what people are saying about this, guys. This decision was made with the intention to provide the best opportunity to stabilize the business, consummate a comprehensive restructuring transaction that maximizes value for all stakeholders, and emerge from the Chapter 11 position for success in the crypto industry. Acting in the best interest of our stakeholders, including our entire customer community, is our top priority. We look forward to sharing our progress as we go through the transparent process. Let's see what everyone else is saying. I've lost just about everything. Yes, it's my own fault for trusting someone else with my funds, but it still makes me want to. Is this your way of telling people They will never get their money back. I just want my money. So a lot of people are distraught, hurting from the situation. Where's everyone's money? Sounds like you paid back some of your large loans to your friends using people's cash and they couldn't withdraw. You locked them out of their accounts. Once that was done, then file for bankruptcy. An investigation into your actions is needed. This person got out just in time. So what's interesting about this, I don't know anything about bankruptcy or anything like this, but it seems like what's happening is they're taking the steps to, you know, restructure the business and continue operations if possible. But it also looks like they're going towards bankruptcy. So I just don't know. I'm not a lawyer. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but it does look a little gloom for Celsius right now. I'm hoping there is a way to recover our funds or some of it at least. But let's continue to see. They said they're going to be transparent and continue to be transparent with all the holders. So we'll see where it goes. I am happy that they did announce something because it's been pretty much nothing for the last while. But yeah, I'll give you guys more updates on what's going on with Celsius Network. It is an unfortunate situation, but let's just stay strong, man. Hopefully we can get some of these funds back and go from there. And yeah, I just wanted to do a quick video for you guys. Hi guys, I also want to add another point here that kind of explains what Chapter 11 actually is. So Chapter 11 is a form of bankruptcy that involves reorganization of debtors' business affairs, debts, assets, and for that reason is known as reorganization bankruptcy. Okay? So named after the U.S. Bankruptcy Code 11, corporations generally file Chapter 11 if they require time to restructure their debts. This version of bankruptcy gives the debtor a fresh start. However, the terms are subject to the debtor's fulfillment of obligations under the plan of reorganization. Chapter 11 bankruptcy is the most complex of all bankruptcy cases. It is also usually the most expensive form of bankruptcy proceeding. For these reasons, a company must reconsider Chapter 11 reorganization only after careful analysis and exploration of other possible alternatives. During Chapter 11 proceeding, the court will help a business restructure its debts and obligations. In most cases, the firm remains open and operating. So the company remains open and operating, like they mentioned. Many large U.S. companies file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and stay afloat. So there is a possibility that they can bounce back from this. If you look at that again, companies file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and stay afloat. Such businesses include automobile giant General Motors, the airline United Airlines, retail outlet Kmart, and thousands of other corporations of all sizes. Corporations, partnerships, and limited liability companies, LLCs, usually file Chapter 11, but in rare cases, individuals with a lot of debt who do not qualify for Chapter 7 or 13 may be eligible for Chapter 11. However, the process is not a speedy one. A business in the midst of filing Chapter 11 may continue to operate. In most cases, the debtor, called a debtor in possession, runs the business as usual. However, in cases involving fraud, dishonesty, or gross incompetence, a court-appointed trustee steps in to run the company throughout the entire bankruptcy proceedings. The business is not able to make some decisions without the permission of the courts. These include the sale of assets other than inventory, starting or terminating a rental agreement, and stopping or expanding business operation. The court also has control over decisions related to retaining and paying attorneys and entering contracts with vendors and unions. Finally, the debtor cannot arrange a loan that will commence after the bankruptcy is complete. Chapter 11, the individual or business filing bankruptcy has the first chance to propose a reorganization plan. These plans may include downsizing of business operations to reduce expenses, as well as renegotiating debts. In some cases, plans involve liquidating all assets to repay creditors. If the chosen path is feasible and fair and the courts accept it, and the proceeds move forward. Yeah. Chapter 11 example. In 2019, Gymboree Group Inc., a popular children's clothing store, announced that it filed for Chapter 11, was closing all of its Gymboree outlets and creates 8 stores in Canada and the United States. According to the press release by Gymboree, the company had received a commitment for a debtor possession in a form of financing $30 million in new money loans. Anyways, so it looks like they're on board with the legal system to keep things afloat and restructure the business. Uh, yeah, doesn't look good, but a small chance that we can bounce back. And yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm still being positive. Hopefully we can get something. But that being said, it's a very important lesson that if you don't have your own keys, you don't have your own crypto. It is what it is. You're putting money into someone else's hands, and with that happening, you have no control of what happens with the funds, and if they lose it, you lose it, and it's just not a good feeling, guys. So learn from my mistakes, learn from everyone's mistakes here as a lesson, and let's move forward. This doesn't take away what my beliefs are when it comes to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Hex, all these crypto assets. It's just a big uh, negative situation for me, but I'm going to stay positive. I know I'm going to get through it. Hopefully you guys can too. If you need support, let me know. If you guys didn't already do so, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you want more updates on Celsius, cryptocurrency as a whole, NFTs, and how to make money online. All right. Appreciate you guys watching today's video. Like I said, stay positive, try to stay bullish. I'll see you guys in the next video.